dangerous in many ways, not necessarily like threatening your life. There are many other things which can happen to you which you do not expect. I can make a few examples here. Someone has asked me in the past that have I felt personally threatened. I never felt personally threatened, but I've had a situation where, for instance, wheels of my car were loosened, and one wheel actually flew off as I was driving in the car. I'm not trying to suggest that it could be somebody who's trying to threaten me in my job. It might be something which could have happened on its own, but it was too much of a coincidence because it was happening at a time when my newspaper was under great threat.
Do you think generally, though, that black journalists do have a very tough time and that they do find themselves in life-threatening situations?
I think it's quite correct to say so, because I think unlike the white journalists, particularly because of the fact that he is white, he's protected constitutionally, he's a voter. When you are black, your situation is much more difficult than your white colleague. You don't have that inbuilt protection.
Move on?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, but...
All right. Yes, we've had several instances which are not usually experienced by the white journalists. You can take, for instance, some of our colleagues in an independent newspaper in the Cape, from the Samstam. One of them, Oliphant, was a few weeks ago almost ran down by a car, and he took registration of the car, and the car is known to be belonging to the authorities. As far as we know, the case has been investigated. You have also Vuyiso Mhlawuli, who's now detained under Section 29, which is an Internal Security Act section. She lost her eye, through mysterious circumstances. The identity of her attackers are not known. You have also a situation of one of their colleagues who was the only person who could operate the newspaper. He was shot at by the instant police. They call them in South Africa the Kids Constable, Kids standing for special, because they go through a short spell of training, over 6 months, and become police. So yes, indeed, if you look at that, life becomes very difficult when you're a black journalist.